For those of you who watch my shorts, I don't know if you could tell, but I was kind of on a black sesame craze, and it was all to make this video. Today I have for you 3 delicious black sesame based recipes. From simple to complex, there's definitely something for you. But don't worry, all these recipes are super simple to make. There's a black sesame biscotti, coffee cake, and cookies. While it's not the most variety of desserts I could hope for, these are tried and true recipes that don't take longer than 30 minutes of prep. Though baking, that might be another story. Baking always takes a little while, but I assure you that you'll have these done in about an hour. Let's just get started. To start off our little black sesame series, I have a recipe for black sesame white chocolate and strawberry biscotti. Whoa, that sounds like a lot of flavors, but it's a black sesame biscotti base dipped in white chocolate and topped with crushed freeze-dried strawberries. So to start off, in a medium bowl, I'm adding the sugar and egg and whisking that until it's combined. Then to this bowl, I'm adding the remaining ingredients, which are the flour, black sesame powder, baking powder, and salt. Then fold this until it's combined. Originally, I folded white chocolate chips into this, but when I tried it, the texture of the white chocolate chips in the black sesame dough was not great. It kind of stuck out too much, so I thought to make these dipped instead. Anyway, when the dough is nice and combined, let's dump this out onto a parchment-lined cookie sheet. Since this is a small batch, I'm using a 9x13-inch small cookie sheet. Spread out the dough into a log shape. The dough is pretty sticky, but I found that it was still workable. Once I was happy with my biscotti log, you'll want to bake this off at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 10 to 15 minutes. When time is up, take this out of the oven and cut it into your biscotti pieces. So that's not enough time. It's still kind of raw. So I'll make sure to note that in the full recipe, but you'll actually want to bake this for 15 to 20 minutes. Since my biscotti was not quite baked yet, I tossed mine back in for 5 minutes. Alright, now it should be ready. It's still a little raw, but since we only par baked these, we'll need to put these back in the oven at 325 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 25 more minutes for these cookies to crisp up. Here, I melted some white chocolate in this glass. I opted for a taller glass so that the dipping process would be easier. But then I dipped my biscotti pieces and placed them back onto the lined baking sheet. And finally, to add a pop of color, sprinkle some crushed freeze-dried strawberries on top. Allow these to set, and there you have it, a delightfully crisp biscotti. Alright, on to the next recipe, which is a black sesame coffee cake. It's a simple, moist, and fluffy cake topped with black sesame streusel to really give you that punch of black sesame. Let's start off by making the streusel. To the melted butter, I'm adding the brown sugar, granulated sugar, black sesame powder, and flour. Then mix this until well combined. Once the streusel looked like this, I set it aside to start on the cake batter. In a medium bowl, I'm cracking in the egg and beating it. Then I'm adding the remaining wet ingredients, which are the brown sugar, oil and butter, milk, Greek yogurt, and vanilla extract. Whisk that super well until it's combined and you don't see any clumps of brown sugar and Greek yogurt. Set that aside and let's start on the dry ingredients. To a large bowl, I'm sifting the flour, black sesame powder, baking powder, and salt. Should I have gotten a bigger sieve? Yes, probably, but it's okay. Let's keep going. Once I gave these ingredients a quick stir to combine, I added in the wet ingredients. Give this all a fold until it's just combined. I poured my batter into a 6x6-inch greased baking pan, and then I topped this off with the black sesame streusel. It is a lot of streusel, but I like it that way. And now bake this off at 350 degrees Fahrenheit for 25 to 30 minutes. Let's take a look at how it turned out. It's super moist and fluffy, and the black sesame flavor is amazing. The streusel is also crisp because it just came out of the oven. This is probably my favorite black sesame dessert, so I hope you give this recipe a try. Let's move on to the final recipe, which has the most components, but I feel like it takes the least amount of time to make. These black sesame peanut cookies feature a tiger stripe cookie with 2 doughs, black sesame filling, and a peanut candy topping. I started off by making a peanut brittle to top the cookies. In a small saucepan, I melted some sugar until it was slightly golden brown, then added the roasted peanuts. Give this a stir until the peanuts are evenly coated in the sugar. My mixture started to get really sticky, but it's okay. We'll just remove this from heat and pour it onto a sheet of parchment. Then set this aside. Now we'll make the next component, which is the black sesame filling. It's really easy to make. Just combine the black sesame powder, sugar, and water. Give that a mix until it's a nice paste. It should look like this. And then we set this aside until we're ready to use it. Let's get started on the cookie dough, shall we? So there's a lot of components to this cookie, is what I realized. First, we need to chop the roasted peanuts that will be in our peanut cookie dough. I'm doing a rough chop and kind of trying to get the peanuts into quarters or smaller. Something like this. To actually start the dough, I'm combining the brown sugar, granulated sugar, and butter. Whisk that until it's combined. Then add the remaining wet ingredients, which is just the egg and the yolk. Give that a solid whisk again. So I'm gonna actually make these cookies in one bowl, so I'm just adding the flour, baking soda, and salt directly to this bowl. For one bowl recipes, I kind of start by mixing the dry ingredients on top, then I start to fold the batter. Give this a nice fold until it's just combined. Then we're going to split the dough into 2 portions. I tried to do about half just by eyeballing. Doesn't have to be exact. Then to 1 portion of dough, I'm adding our black sesame powder. Fold that until just combined. For the other portion, I'm adding our chopped peanuts and also giving that a quick fold. Then we put it together to get our tiger stripe effect. I added about 2/3 of the black sesame dough into the peanut dough, then gave that like 2 folds. This is so the black sesame dough isn't all concentrated in one clump. Then top that off with the last 1/3 of black sesame dough and give that a few folds until you're happy with the tiger stripe effect. Be careful with overmixing because you might just get a grayish dough. Once that looks good, we're going to refrigerate the dough for about 30 minutes. While the dough is chilling, I'm breaking up the peanut candy into little clumps. Any size is good as long as there's about 11 to 12 clumps or more. Once those look good, I'm setting them aside once again to work on the black sesame filling. Here, I'm just rolling 10 grams of filling out per cookie like this. So a little story behind this recipe. I made these a while ago, but without the black sesame filling. But I found that the peanut flavor completely overpowered the black sesame, so hopefully this filling will give it what it needs for the black sesame flavor. Anyway, once all the fillings are rolled out, we can start working with the cookie dough. I'm rolling out 50-gram cookies here. Oh wait, I almost forgot the filling for this one. So kind of press the dough into a circle and place a ball of filling in the center. Then we can roll out the cookie into a sphere and place it on a baking tray. Repeat this for the remaining cookies. I didn't make enough fillings and realized this recipe actually makes about 11 to 12 cookies, but I guess I just get cookies without filling in them, which is fine because they're still good. Alright, once all the cookies are rolled out, let's top them with the peanut candy. I'm doing about 7 to 8 peanut pieces per cookie, something like this. And once those cookies are all topped with peanut candy, let's put these in the oven at 350 degrees for 12 minutes. And here's how they turned out. I love a good chewy cookie, and this one has 2 flavor combos that are super unique. The black sesame flavor definitely comes out more with the filling. These are the most amazing texture with the peanut candy and peanut pieces adding a bit of crunch. Needless to say, I'm glad how these turned out. And there we have it, 3 delicious black sesame dessert recipes. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you give these recipes a try. See you soon!